Welcome back to episode 2 of season 7 here in the My Player career mode on FC24. Today we'll be finishing off pre-season with a final game against Atletico Madrid, playing the Community Shield against Manchester City at Wembley, and then starting life in the Premier League, making my Premier League debut for the very first time at home against Nottingham Forest at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Very excited about both of the more competitive fixtures today. Might be nice to get one over on Atletico Madrid as well, considering they beat us in the cup final last year at Real Sociedad. Today, we're still saying thank you to those, as ever, to you guys in the comment section for your support and on stream. Saying thank you to Alex, we're saying thank you to Tom, and we're saying thank you to Cody as well for your continued support in the comment section on YouTube and on stream as well. Do come and join me. Links in the description to Twitch and to the YouTube streaming channel. Today, we hope to get our first goal in a Tottenham shirt. We have gotten a first assist in a Tottenham shirt, and fingers crossed the goal won't be too far behind. Wait, I'm recording this the same day that you are seeing episode 1, so I'm not yet responding to or actioning any feedback from the new transfer target club that you guys are going to suggest, or what to do with boots, etc. We'll do that in a future episode once I've seen the feedback from episode 1. I'm recording this on the back of recording episode 1, so same recording session, haven't seen the feedback yet. Hopefully, though, we can get together a decent result here. Still Seaman in goal, which is intriguing. Doyle in the midfield as well as Gore, and Solomon out wide on the right. So not a full-strength side for this one at all against Atletico Madrid, but certainly a game that we hope to win. If they're going to field a not full-strength side as well, then that'd be great. So again, full 90 minutes, but it's only asking for a 7.5, which is, again, agreeable. Means, although I had that against Inter Milan and wasn't able to get the result, we'll see what Atletico Madrid have in their starting lineup. Jan Oblak, Jed Spence, Gabriel, Mario Hermoso, Morgala and Justin Barrett. Soyuncu at CDM, which is an intriguing decision. Fabio Moretti and Lewis Miley in the midfield, then with Carlos Martin and Joao Felix up top. El Mas was in the starting lineup last year, and that is kind of the only real change, I think. So it's a pretty full-strength Atletico Madrid side. You would imagine that this would either be a draw or a defeat, based on the strength or lack of, on our side, of the starting lineups. But it's not quite that straightforward in football or in FIFA/FC, is it? So fingers crossed we can do something. Might be nice to get my first goal in a Spurs shirt, having gotten my first assist in a Spurs shirt in the last episode. Although if there's any game I would like to score in, it's probably going to be the Community Shield or the Premier League, isn't it? Rather than this one, if I can only score in one game today. Hopefully we can score in every game today. Comes Carlos Martin inside to Lewis Miley. Out wide and finds Moretti. Support short as well. Felix, shot blocked and not yet cleared. Moretti, Joao Felix, shot saved this time instead. Surprised that Vicario doesn't have the number 1, unless in real life Vicario has I can't remember what number Vicario is at Spurs. Lloris was obviously the number 1. I don't know if Vicario is one of those players that has like a custom number and isn't the number 1 for whatever reason. I'm sure you guys in the comments or in live chat can tell me, but for the time being, we will stay at 0-0 here. He says, as Amari does terribly in defence, but then Lenormand digs him out of a hole. And Carlos to Joao Felix, rolls the defender very well indeed, and then puts it wide. It's all Atletico Madrid so far, which isn't great. Against the easier side in the second friendly yesterday, we were able to get a decent result against Real Betis. Against two more difficult opponents in Atletico Madrid and Inter Milan, we have been on the back foot. Moretti, this ball over the top. Barrett brings it down. Did pick up a knock earlier in the game, Barrett, actually. Or so it mentioned anyway, but he seems to have shaken that off. At least physically anyway. Mentally, he's still not quite with it. Giving that ball away. I'm just going to play that pass and get rid of that with so many Atletico players around me. It's been another one of those, like the Inter Milan game yesterday. Games where really hard to break the opposition down. Not seen any chances on goal for Tottenham Hotspur in this one so far. And it was all Atleti in the first half. We'll thankfully find Bissouma. Mariska being subbed out at the moment, but if I can grab a goal with a through ball here, or at least maybe an assist or create a chance, then perhaps there might be the opportunity to stay on the field. Bradley to me. Give that to Doyle. Go again. Bissouma, Doyle. Backing away. Bissouma, Doyle. Smith Rowe. Come on. Someone have a shot. Thank you. Corner ball. Up to a 6.9 and now a 7. So we'll stay on the pitch for now. Trying to get myself towards the middle where the ball might end up. Soyuncu clears away, but this is the most prolonged spell of pressure we've had in the game. Go on, Michael. Shillo scores! The left back on his right foot. We lead against Atleti. Take that for beating me in the Copa del Rey final. I would much rather have won that game, not this one. Spence into Malik Tillman. Cross to the middle could come. Or some sort of pass. You going all the way from there? Greedy mother humper. So many players to play that to. And he's like, nah, don't want to. Thomas Partey coming on for Atleti here. Although, no, number 9, that's not going to be Thomas Partey then, is it? It's just that he was coming on for Soyuncu at CDM and made me think that was Thomas Partey. Now's when it is Thomas Partey, and for some reason he's wearing number 9. Who are you, sir? No, it's Lenny Thomas. Lenny Thomas on the left-hand side of midfield. A 73 rated, not very good player. All right. Taking a CDM off and bringing a left wing on is aggressive, but with only 3 minutes left in the game, you might have been a bit aggressive, a bit too late, lads. I'll be honest. Game's probably lost. Oh, nice try, Emil. Not quite able to pull it off. We're going to win, though. Only 1 minute added on. It's going to be victory for Tottenham in back-to-back games, and Jorginho's in here, and surely he scores. We'll leave him to his own devices. Jan Oblak makes the save. Oh, it should have been 2. It could have been 2. It might yet be 2. Have a pop, Robin. Yeah, it's going to be 1. But victory in back-to-back friendlies gives us form to build on, now pushing into more competitive fixtures. Community Shield against Manchester City at Wembley on the way. Dropped to the subs bench as a result of not getting any of my objectives, which were score a goal and have 2 shots on target. I got 7.3, not a 7.5, so that's frustrating. But with the Community Shield only, but please tell me it's at the end of this week. It's a week away. I hope I'm going to be able to get myself in the starting lineup. I might actually not be able to. I should be able to from there. I should be able to from there. We'll whack on 3 heavy drills. Not that the difference between... It's only XP, really, that you get that changes with heavy, regular and light. You just get plus 10 manager favour for each individual training section that you do. And we needed all plus 10 times 3 to put us in the starting lineup. But we're in the starting lineup. And, well, actually, I'm surprised, very surprised, that it's still not a full-strength side. Still no Vicario in goal. We've dropped a much higher-rated centre-back for Amari continually, and Doyle and Gore continue in midfield when Gavi and Jorginho should be playing. They want an 8.5 on this occasion, not a 7.5. They've taken a step up. Avoid losing the match is hopefully doable. Can't really end in a draw, though, can it? Because it's a final of some description. 2 shots on target. We'll try and win it. We'll try and win it. We have a handful of winners' medals to our names so far in this career. Will we add another one here against Patreon player Nick Allflat in goal? Cast your minds back to season 1. We played against Nick at Colchester when we were Notts County. We have previous. We scored a hat-trick against him. Not a hat-trick, we scored 2 goals against him and embarrassed him quite a bit on that occasion. Probably 89 rated rather than 69 rated. You might have something to say about that. Getting a little bit of payback here today. Caleb Knight at right back. Julian Peters at centre back. Luke Mbete, Destiny Udogie at left back. 86 rated. 92 Pedri. Then Juan Gonzalez. James McAteer 80. Front 3 of Rodrigo 91. Rukavina 80. And Haaland 94. That's not a strong City side. Haaland, Rodrigo, Pedri, Udogie and Nick, the only players who you would consider first team. On the bench, 89 Sandro Tonali, 83 Issa Kabore, 89 Aurelien Chouameni, Josko Fardiol, Phil Foden. City not taking this seriously. At least with a starting lineup. Anyway, we, actually, to be fair, haven't started a very full-strength side either. So, we're also not taking it seriously. But we've got more of a respective first team out than they do. We won't get a better chance against the Manchester City side to get ourselves a winner's medal in a final competition. I thought I could pass that through that gap. Rodrigo had other ideas. Rodrigo on the run around the outside now. And in behind to Knight and into Haaland. And City lead inside 8 minutes. They could start 9 primary school children outfield and Erling Haaland, and they'd still stand a chance. Gore. Nice ball. Have to slide to get there, but get there we do. Doku could return it. I made the run down the channel. I can keep that in. We'll go back inside there to Basuma, and hopefully we can still get ourselves an offensive chance here. Up against the defender. Spin well. And Bete gets the better of the midfielder, and we don't win it back. Udogie, the best defensive player they've got out today. The only first-team defender they've got in their starting 11 by the looks of things. Rukavina down the left-hand side here, though. Are they going to cross the ball in for Erling again? Are they going to work it on the floor instead? Gonzalez back to Rukavina. And Udogie. James McAtee. Saved well over the bar, but it is all Manchester City still here at Wembley. Ground that Tottenham used to call their home ground, of course, while the new one was being built. They didn't have a great record, actually, at Wembley, did they? I think that might be repeating itself, given the performance thus far in the opening 20 minutes. 5.5. Come on now. Nice. Lay that in front of Doyle. We're on the attack. And out wide here to Emil Smith-Rowe. The first time we've gotten really anywhere near the Manchester City goal. Doyle in a good position. Can he tuck this back to me? I called for the pass. It won't come. Rodrigo works it away. And Manchester City will maintain their clean sheet until half-time, unless we can do something with it from here, perhaps. Go back there to Amari. Try and build through the middle to look for an equalising goal before half-time. Get it forward. Here we go. Can I beat the defender? Yes. Can I spin past others? Yes. Can I find a teammate? No. Good driving run. The only bit of positivity we've had of any real note in this first half, but it doesn't lead to anything, and we are behind early doors. He's got options. He finds one. Gore through the gap to me. I'm in the box. It's a good chance. And I fired it straight at the keeper. Had the angle for a decent effort, but couldn't force it past the man between the sticks. Wasn't a great angle, but still good enough if I had the finish to find that far bottom corner. I couldn't do anything of the sort, unfortunately. Gonzalez has Erling still in support. We've tackled the ball off them. I'll give that short there to Gore. Gore will go again. Doku. Gore again. Forward. And given away. 25 minutes to go. I'm at risk of being subbed out, but nobody's playing very well in this Tottenham Hotspur side so far. I'm on a 6.3, and only 2 other players are higher rated than me. Bissouma on a 7, and Gore on a 6.5. Oh, what a wonderful day at Wembley this has turned out to be. Here's McAtee. Gets past the midfield line. Just the defence in front of him. Keeper makes the save. And Bradley will hopefully get rid of this. Wow. Okay. Confident in his own ability, evidently. Jeremy Doku could give this to me, and I'll give that inside around the corner to Gore. He's giving it straight to Pedri. Excellent. And now here come Manchester City again. I think I might be on the subs bench sooner rather than later, and City, if Erling Haaland was awake, might have had a second goal. Should have had a second goal. The midfield 3 just aren't good enough and have been overrun in this fixture. And we've definitely missed Mikel Merino, Jorginho and Gavi. Unfortunately, that sums our day up, is what we'll say. Manchester City 2, Tottenham Hotspur 0, and there's not really much more that needs to be said. The pictures tell 1,000 words, don't they? We will not win the Community Shield. We will not add to our trophy cabinet and winners' medal list. And hopefully, he won't bloody play for me again. Vicario for number 1, please. Premier League against Nottingham Forest. Better be better than this. 2-0 City's the final result. Maybe Vicario was sold. That's something I hadn't considered. Hype. Dropped from the starting lineup. And dropped entirely, I think, for the game against Nottingham Forest as well. Even with training, I don't think I'm going to be able to overcome that. It's the game on the Friday night. But a point raised by live chat is that maybe Vicario was sold. Let's find out. No, he's still here. Number 13, 85 rated. He's still here. Lenormand is the, I believe, only new signing so far at the club since 2029. Mikel Merino's still here. Gavi has gone. That's why Gavi's not been playing. 90 rated Gavi, sold. No longer at the club. As is 87 rated Kolo Muani as well. Sold an 87 rated striker and a 90 rated centre mid. Player career mode logic once again. Sell your 2 best players. Fantastic, lads. Ta very much. Oh, good. Right then. Forest in the Premier League at home. And I believe from the bench. From the bench. Only by a slither, but enough. Coming on at 0-0. Jonathan David missed a penalty. And we have the opportunity with half an hour to go and force the victory. Tammy off. Me on. Get a 7, get an assist, and have 2 shots on goal. So far, I have gotten an assist in a Tottenham shirt. I haven't gotten a goal. Frustratingly, the Premier League graphic issue still hasn't been updated. As you can see top left, you can't actually see what Tottenham have got on the score sheet. What's on the score sheet might have been a 1 if Doku actually showed his pace there, but the defender steps in. And now here come Nottingham Forest at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And Jonathan David, new signing, who missed a penalty earlier on, misses the target now. Charlie Patino out wide here to Scott Twine. There's still time left in the transfer window to strengthen the squad yet further, so we won't necessarily overly harshly judge the board and manager for making the transfer decisions they have thus far in this window. But if they don't replace at least the central midfielder, I will be disappointed. That said, I'm expecting them not to replace the central midfielder until the next transfer window. That tends to be how things have been done in player career of late. Oh, where's the extra man come from? They tend to... So what my anticipation is, or my expectation is, that they will have had a higher rated centre-back that they sold in January and have now, in the next transfer window, replaced him with Lenormand. So my understanding is that in this window, we've sold 90 rated Gavi and 87 rated Kolo Muani. So in January, the board will sign a centre mid and a striker to replace those guys. That's how it's worked in previous years. In 23, in FIFA 23, it was a massive frustration because it happened at every club. This is, as far as I can recall, the first time that sort of thing has really kind of gut punched us. And we're not at the end of the transfer window yet, so something may change. But you fear it's the same thing rearing its ugly head once more. Time will tell. Hopefully it isn't, but that pattern is seemingly emerging once more, and we're nervous about it. And my face cam's frozen. Fucking superb. I'm going to get this out wide left into Smith Rowe. I'm aware of the camera issue. We'll deal with it in the next episode. Oh, God, Ches! Ches! Oh, no! You've got to hit the target there. I have to hit the target there. That's just not good enough. At all. The chance to win the game, not taken, and that's poor from me. Into me. It's going to go again, Jorginho. Play him in. Holds the ball up well. Back heel's not great, but Brahim Diaz has come off the bench here to win that back. And now I'm slotted in again. And this time, The shot's blocked by a defender, and I think it might have actually been headed off target again for a second time. And Diaz again. No, and Jorginho. Nice little dummy. Now to me. Brahim Diaz and Jorginho making runs, but Bruno Guimaraes with a great interception. 5 minutes to go here. And it's been a hard-fought half an hour off the bench for us, but it's a half an hour so far that hasn't seen any reward. There has been chances, and I don't have any excuse, really, for not finishing at least one of the 2 chances we've been played into. I have to have been better if we want a chance of staying in the starting lineup, or getting into the starting lineup, getting back to the starting lineup here at Tottenham. Doku with a couple of ball rolls that are unsuccessful, and it looks like we're destined for a single point on my Premier League debut. Underwhelming is probably the word. Overall, dare I say it, it's been a bit Spursy, hasn't it, really? Just a little bit Spursy. I thought for a minute they were going to get ahead of there and go 1-0 up with the last kick of the game. We are going to draw at home against Nottingham Forest. Hopefully in the next episode where the transfer window will end, we will sign more first team players. I fear that it won't happen. I anticipate that it won't happen, but there's only one way to find out, and that's to go and bloody get there. Significantly knocked further away from the starting lineup with that underwhelming performance personally and as a team. We're actually second in the league because it was their first game of the Premier League season. But as we head towards Brighton in 8 days' time after that last one, I'm certainly only going to be on the bench again. And after starting quite well in pre-season, we're now having to force our way back into the starting lineup here. We'll have a quick look at the squad, see if any other transfers have been made, any other new signings in there that we don't recognise. And quite frankly, so far the answer is no. We hope. We live in hope, but I don't know how hopeful that hope might be. We are then, after one round of fixtures, 14th in the Premier League, with Brighton to play in the next episode, who lost their first game of the season. We Brighton away, and then, oh good, Manchester City at home on transfer deadline day. Lovely. Then the North London derby. I want to be in the starting lineup by the North London derby. That will do us for today, guys. Apologies about the broken camera at the end of the episode. It will be fixed for the next one, and we'll be cracking on and hopefully scoring our first goal in a Tottenham Hotspur shirt and driving this team forward. I'm going to have to single-handedly, I think, drag this squad towards silverware. For now, though, that's all for us for today. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.